Hey, welcome to Midpointe, a place where we can share encouragement from last Sunday's sermon at Crosspoint Church. I'm not at Crosspoint. I'm not at home, where I usually record these. I'm just out and about walking around Sanger. I happened to be out here. I went and got some Burger King and thought, I'm thinking about these things. Let me record. One of the points that Pastor Garrett made is we should be free servants. And that concept has always confused me. There's like something in my mind saying like something, you don't quite understand that, David. Because to be free and to be a servant seem like they conflict, right? So I asked myself, what does it mean that we're free? From what are we freed? Of course, sin came to mind. We're free from sin. Okay, let me just read what I wrote down. A lot of times I write down stuff and then I just try to wing it, and I look back and like, oh, past David who wrote this down was better thoughts than I have right now. So here's what I wrote. We are not made free just to be free. Let's remember what sin does. It separates us from God. So it follows that when our sins are taken away, we can now have a relationship with God. If that's what was separating us from God, now that we're free from sin, that means now we can be with God. But a lot of times we stop there. We celebrate that we're free from sin and then don't move on. We forget that the main thing was so that we can be close to God now, that we can have a relationship with Him. Being with God is such a great opportunity. Why? Why is it good to be with God? Well, I thought of some examples, some real life examples, I guess, some worldly examples. Celebrities. People pay money just to be near celebrities. They pay money for their autographs, for them to send them a special message. People get excited for being in the same room as a celebrity, especially if that celebrity talks to them, if they get to hang out with them. And what if that celebrity becomes their friend? Like, whoa, that's amazing. Just being close to this person is special. Well, God is the most special of everyone. And we want to be close to Him. The problem is we have sin, and that hinders us. Jobs have qualifications. They have postings where they say, here's the experience you should have, here's what you should expect with the job, here's what the job entails. You won't be hired as an accountant if you're known for embezzling. You won't be hired at a bank if you're known for stealing. Well, we have sin, so we're not allowed to be Christians. We're not allowed to be servants of God because we have sin. Well, Jesus takes that away. So now we can have this job. We can be servants of God. 2 verses come to mind. Better is one day in your courts than 1,000 elsewhere. And also, I'd rather be a doorman in the house of God than, I forget what else it says. What is it, future David?
Hey, past David, future David here. Well, you were actually quoting the same verse. It is Psalm 84:10. It says, "For a day in your courts is better than 1,000 elsewhere. I would rather be a doorkeeper in the house of God than dwell in the tents of wickedness."
So being freed and then becoming a servant isn't like undoing itself. It is allowing us. It works together. We're freed. We're unhindered from this sin so that we can serve. What I want to do is I don't want to just stop at, yay, I'm free from sin, and then ignore everything else. It's, yay, I'm free from sin. Now I can be with God. Now I get to serve God. And it's so good being with God because He helps in so many ways. I mean, just think of fruit of the Spirit. Those are the benefits. Love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, self-control. We just get that if we're serving God. But how do we serve God? Read what His Word says. And then strive to live it. Strive to understand it. Seek out insight from others who have been living for God, or have insights that, I don't know, we just encourage each other. Iron sharpens iron, right? So there's my thoughts, my walking around Sanger at night thoughts. I'm in a well-lit area and there's other people around, so anyway, just day-to-day thoughts. Let me know what your thoughts are about this sermon, maybe about other stuff. Let me know. We need each other. Well, until next time, God bless.